There's a reason some gardens explode with lush growth while others struggle, even when they get the same water, light, and care. More often than not, the secret lies beneath the surface. Soil health is the invisible engine behind every thriving plant, yet it's often the last thing gardeners address. And even those who do pay attention usually stick to the basics: compost, fertilizer, maybe a mulch layer. But here's the truth. If you want bigger harvests, stronger roots, and fewer pest problems, there are soil solutions you're probably not using yet. Today we're diving into 5 powerful, underused soil fixes that can dramatically improve your garden. These aren't gimmicks or trendy hacks. They're practical, science-backed strategies that have been proven to transform poor soil into a rich living foundation. Whether you're working with stubborn clay, dry sand, or depleted raised beds, these fixes can bring your soil back to life and keep it fertile for years to come. Let's break down exactly how each one works, why most gardeners overlook them, and how to start using them the smart way. The organic matter. Most people skip well-rotted amendments. We all know compost is good for the garden, but not all organic matter is created equal. Fresh manure, unbroken leaves, or kitchen scraps can do more harm than good when used too early. They rob nitrogen, attract pests, and sometimes introduce pathogens. That's why the real secret lies in well-rotted organic material. Think leaf mold that's broken down over 2 winters, manure that's aged for 6 months or more, or compost that's dark, crumbly, and smells like forest soil. When you work these into your beds, you change the very texture of the soil. Sandy ground holds moisture better. Clay becomes looser and easier to dig. Roots can stretch out instead of hitting hard barriers. And the microbial life? It explodes. These microbes form the base of a healthy soil food web, unlocking nutrients, suppressing disease, and feeding your plants exactly when they need it. If your compost still smells like what it used to be, it's not ready. But if it looks like rich earth, spread it generously. Your soil and your plants will respond fast. Breaking the clay code, gypsum for better structure. Clay soil is every gardener's frustration. It drains slowly, compacts quickly, and turns rock hard in the sun. But what many don't realize is that a simple mineral, gypsum, can make a huge difference. Gypsum, or calcium sulfate, doesn't change soil pH like lime does, but it works its magic by altering the physical structure of the soil itself. When added to heavy clay, gypsum helps loosen those tightly packed particles, making space for water to flow and air to circulate. This is vital because roots can't grow in suffocating conditions. Even earthworms stay away when clay is too dense. You don't need much. A dusting across the soil surface, followed by watering, is often enough to start the process. Over time, you'll notice the soil becomes crumbly instead of clumpy, and your plants will send roots deeper and wider than before. If you're only using mulch to make your garden look neat, you're missing its true power. A good mulch layer acts like a blanket for your soil. It keeps the temperature stable, reduces water loss, and blocks weed seeds from getting the light they need to germinate. But the real magic happens as organic mulch breaks down. Wood chips, straw, chopped leaves, even shredded bark, all of these slowly decompose, adding carbon and nutrients back into the topsoil. This feeds microbes, supports fungi, and keeps the soil structure loose and alive. Over time, mulch doesn't just sit on top, it becomes part of the soil itself. And if you mulch thickly enough, about 2 to 3 inches, you'll notice something else. You won't need to water as often. That means less work for you and a more consistent environment for your plants. Honestly, it's one of the laziest, most effective ways to build better soil fast. pH is one of the most overlooked factors in gardening. Even if your soil is rich in nutrients, your plants might not be able to access them if the pH is off. Some plants like it slightly acidic, others need alkaline conditions. If your pH is too extreme in either direction, roots shut down and nutrient uptake crashes. The fix? Test your soil. Simple pH test kits are cheap and take less than 5 minutes to use. Once you know your number, you can adjust accordingly. If the soil is too acidic, adding agricultural lime will raise the pH. If it's too alkaline, elemental sulfur or peat moss can help bring it down. This isn't just theory. Adjusting pH can often fix mysterious plant problems like yellowing leaves, poor flowering, or stunted growth. And once your pH is dialed in, every drop of compost or fertilizer becomes more effective. Most gardeners associate perlite and vermiculite with seed starting mixes, but their value doesn't stop there. These mineral amendments are some of the best tools you can use to fine-tune your soil's physical properties. Perlite, made from expanded volcanic glass, creates air pockets that improve drainage. Vermiculite, a mica-like mineral, holds moisture while still allowing airflow. In heavy compacted beds, adding perlite can make the difference between soggy roots and healthy growth. In dry, sandy soils or containers that dry out too quickly, vermiculite helps keep the root zone consistently moist. You don't need much, just a handful per square foot worked into the top 6 inches. Used alongside organic matter, these minerals act like scaffolding inside your soil, keeping everything light, loose, and breathable. These 5 soil fixes aren't trendy, flashy, or expensive, but they work, and they keep working long after you've moved on to planting and harvesting. The beauty of smart soil building is that it compounds. Every season gets a little easier, every harvest gets a little bigger, and the garden begins to take care of itself. If this guide helped shine a light on new ways to improve your soil, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and share it with a gardening friend who needs it. And remember, great soil isn't built in a day, but every step you take brings you closer to the garden you've always wanted. Stick with us here at Hydro Haven and let's grow better together.